Good morning, everyone, and welcome to a Tuesday morning edition of the Mop here, November. We are 5 days away from the second annual Marcy Strikeout Alzheimer's Baker Shootout. But first, I want to address something. There are elections happening today in certain areas, governor races and a few other things. So if you are in those areas, get out and vote. I don't care who you vote for. Just get out and vote. The booth is where we can voice our opinions, make sure that people hear our opinions, and where our heart is anyway. So just get out and vote. I know there's a few big races for governor. There's going to be some big ones. So the other thing I'm going to address, and some of you are not going to like me for it, but the word Donald Trump got put in that he's using $750 million in tariff revenue, and how great that is. And oh boy, can I be clear about something? Tariffs are not revenue that all of a sudden just appear out of nowhere. We, as American citizens, are paying for the $750 million to feed Americans. And I'm glad it's going somewhere else. I'm glad that money I'll gladly say, yes, my contribution went to keep SNAP benefits going. Okay. I am not the person that is coming on here to say, it seems like everybody feels that the people on SNAP, or 95% of them, are lazy ass bums. And that's all you hear about. I watched another guy that owns a business that's similar business to me, does UTV, ATV stuff. And he went on about, they're living on it and section this and section, and then, all lazy bums. Yes, you may have a family member or something like that that is abusing it. Fraud and abuse is about 3% with SNAP benefits. Okay? Illegals aren't getting SNAP benefits. There's qualifications to that. So let's make it clear, those that are, such as the 1.2 million veterans. There goes Kevin Jasper, going to the green bin. So, 1.2 million vets are on SNAP. I saw an interesting thing the other day, too, that Walmart pays their employees just enough sometimes to where they get SNAP benefits, and guess where they shop for their SNAP benefits? They shop at Walmart. So, Walmart gets their money back one way or another. Isn't that interesting? And I saw Trumper RX. Oh boy, Trump Pharmacy, can hardly wait. Saw that too. So that's where I'm going to end with that, is if you have all the beliefs that all the no good rotten people are on SNAP, you have probably a deeper dive that you should take into your heart than just saying that. Everybody has had a chance where their life went rough. If things crash and things do that and your life gets turned upside down, be happy that program is there, especially if you have children, to keep it going and to keep things working for you. Be happy for food pantries. If you can donate, do that stuff. Do that and show compassion and bless somebody. So, on to the second annual Marcy Strikes Out Alzheimer's Tournament. The Baker Shootout will happen Saturday. Bowling checks in starts at 10:15, goes to about 10:45-ish. They have Youth League on Saturday. So Greg is going to oil after Youth League, and then we will go into practice and then tournament. So the time frame is a little bit moved, but you guys can come and get raffle tickets and do all that stuff and start the bidding on silent auctions as teams. As if you're bowling in the event, you'll get a little earlier start to that. I told you I was going to mention sponsors and thank them all this week. That's what this goal is. So we are 5 days out. So plenty of sponsors this year have stepped up. And they stepped up at the first annual, and now they've stepped up again at the second annual. A couple of them that come to mind, Morris Heating and Cooling. Mike Morris. His company, if it's that time of year, make sure you get a hold of Morris Heating and Cooling. Probably not for the cooling part. More for the heating side this time of year here in southern Wisconsin. But Mike has stepped up huge. He has it baffles me on how much stuff he has donated, and I thank him immensely. I cannot say thank you enough to these guys that have stepped up in donating just awesome things. It's not like they're just cleaning out their junk drawer. I have a full-size autographed Brett Favre helmet. I don't need to probably tell most of you who Brett Favre is, but if you haven't ever heard of Brett Favre, you obviously lived under a rock and most likely are not bowling in my tournament. So, I have that. I've got a Reggie White silver coin from him this year. He was a lane sponsor this year. His team is bowling in the event. His wife's bowling in the event. So, Morris Heating and Cooling, thank you. Again, deep from the bottom of my heart, and I don't think anybody really understands how much all this means to me. It is truly unbelievable. TKO, Bar and Grill, Richland Center. Tim, thank you. Full smoked brisket on the silent auction. And it was a phenomenal brisket from what I heard last year. I didn't win it. Chasson Smoke here in Boscobel. They moved from Blue River. They have a place now in Boscobel. 4-inch rocket stove, griddle attachment, and grill attachment for that 4-inch rocket stove. It's a $600 package. So we have that on the silent auction. Rotocap, ROTOKAP, Rotocap, have hard tonneau covers for Polaris, Kawasaki, CF Moto, and Can-Am. I have 2 packages from them, $1,000 each. It's the cooler, that's their rotomolded cooler, plus the hard cap. So each package is $1,000. I have 2 of those. Storm Bowling, Brunswick Bowling, Columbia. 8 bowling balls to give away. Derek Kozak, thank you so much for that help in getting along with that. Nicholas's Pro Shop in Onalaska, La Crosse area, thank you. I truly appreciate the bowling ball, and he's bringing a basket full of either with chamois, cleaner, all that stuff in it. That's coming to be on the basket raffle side. Just unbelievable amount of people. Klingeman Heating and Cooling, thank you for being a lane sponsor. Lonesome Dove and Boaz, Kevin Jasper, just saw him working. He's in a Hollandist semi with full of corn and everything else headed to Boscobel here. So thank you to Kevin. My mom so much appreciated Cowboy Coffee in the morning and going out to the Lonesome Dove and being part of that group up until she couldn't drive anymore. So QLF, Quality Liquid Feeds, out of Dodgeville. Thank you. Truly appreciate the cash donation. Vortex, binoculars, hats, koozies, all that stuff. Another huge gift there. Gateway Power Sports out of Baraboo. If you have a wrecked unit or a used unit and you're just looking for parts to get it back up and running, Steve and the crew, Steve and Kylie and the crew up at Baraboo, thank you. Gateway Power Sports. I will have a XL Hams jacket, XL Bush Light Jacket, and a large Pabst Blue Ribbon, all vintage kind of delivery jackets. They're cool as hell. I'll have those. EJ Tackett and Natalie, thank you so much. Autographed jersey. Last year it went for $400. This year I have another one. Different style as well. Stephanie Johnson, Pro Woman Tour on the tour. Thank you. Autographed jersey. Verity Crawley had a card last year autographed. This year I have an autographed jersey from Verity Crawley. So there's another awesome gift. So that is just a start of what I have. I went through, I think I'll have 34 basket raffles, and I'm going to have about 25 or 26 silent auction raffles. Wisconsin Distributors and Steve Olson, thank you so much. I've got a man cave mirror going to be there. The Clyde Company out of Spring Green. If you have a young one and you're looking for cool clothes, and they're made out of bamboo and stuff, the Clyde Company in Spring Green. Make sure you check them out as well. So I've got those. I'll go through all. I'm going to print off the list today just so I can go through them all. These are all off the top of my head right now. And needless to say, my head is full of making sure this is ready. Check out my page on Facebook and check out the events page. I posted lane assignments and handicaps and everything yesterday. I've made the score sheets. They're good to go. I've got all of the raffle tickets ready to go. I posted a picture of what those look like yesterday, and so people will know there. We're going to do a $100 cash drawing for everybody that buys a raffle ticket. You will have an entry in to win $100 cash. You will have, the tickets this year are a little different. There's 26 individual tickets plus your door one. So there's 25 that you can put into your basket raffles, the bowling ball raffles, or the 50-50 raffles. I've got all kinds of tickets. They're going to be different colors. I put pricing up as well. So yeah, we're going to make a hell of an event. Thank you to all the team sponsors. I'll go through the rest of those tomorrow as well, or the lane sponsors. Don't forget, you're starting out the day with 4 free drinks from each on your lane. So if you start on lane 12, there's 4 free drinks waiting for you from your lane sponsor. So when you're there tomorrow, or if you know who the lane sponsors are, please thank them for doing what they do. Shasinski Drywall, Turbos, Lonesome Dove, again, Morris Heating and Cooling, Klingman Heating and Cool, Honkers. So there's plenty of people that are involved in this event. They either knew me or knew my mom or know how important this cause is. So that's where we're at. Thank you for watching the mop this morning. And let's hope we are headed to $10,000. That's my goal. My first one I started a year ago. My goal was $1,500. We raised $5,133. My goal this year is 10. It's a huge goal. We'll see where it's at. And again, I'm not guaranteeing a third annual next year. I'm going to wait a bit after this just to decompress. I've been basically at this for 2 annuals, for the first and second, for 12 months. So I've been doing at this for 12 months solid to make this. I don't ask for help. I didn't ask for people to go out and get prizes or anything else like this. It's been strictly through the word of mouth, through Facebook, through relatives, whatever it may be. I've got family that comes in and helps the tournament. I've asked a few others to come and help as well. So I am trying to do everything on my own because I don't want to burden people with the responsibility of helping. So that's where we're at. Have a great day today. Thanks for tuning into the mop. Enjoy. I see a peak of sunlight coming out right now. And take time to bless somebody today. whether it's donations for the food bank, wherever it may be. I think that's going to be crucial to where we start raising money or raising food items, non-perishable, for food banks as well. No kid should ever go hungry here in the U.S. That's my strong belief. Parents can make bad choices all they want, but we shouldn't be limiting what they get at school, period. School lunches may be the only meal that some kids are getting, and that's a crying shame in this country. So, with that said, take time to bless somebody today. I am looking forward to Saturday. I am looking forward to a lot of people having a hell of a lot of fun. 8 bowling balls to give away. It's unheard of. I've never been to a tournament yet where they did that. And 5, I believe I've got 5 15-pounders and 3 14-pounders. Going to have separate bins to put tickets in, so you're not winning something you don't want. You may still win something you don't want, but you got a better shot if you're only putting in the 15-pound drawing and that's what you want. So we are going to divide that out. I'll have 2 baskets out for 50-50. So you can start buying tickets right when you get there on Saturday and kind of beat the rush and everything. So I'll have that all laid out, and we'll go from there. I'll have a gift certificate board, which is headlined by Walmart for $100. They gave us a $100 gift card. Each of those will be a basket raffle. They'll be numbered. You'll see how it works on Saturday. So we will talk to you tomorrow morning with more updates of the sponsors of the 2nd annual Marcy Strikes Out Alzheimer's Baker Shootout, held this Saturday at the Phoenix Center in Richland Center. I need the public to show up and help as well, just to purchase tickets, bid on raffles. Doors open at 11 for the public, and we will go from there. Have a great day. Take a kind to bless somebody today, and I'll be back tomorrow morning with more of the mop.